Eloisa.
Thank you, Dominic. We help with citizenship as well. We can do translations. We help, obviously, people who have worked in Italy, whether they're Italian citizens or not. We help them with the application process. People who have worked, Italians who have worked in France, Germany, Switzerland, we help with those pension processes. And we help when someone passes away and they own property in Italy, we help with all the documentation that needs to be processed for their property, for the titles to be changed over to the heirs. Okay, which is a very specific process. So we do all kinds of stuff like that. I'm not gonna bore you with all the immigration, citizenship, dual citizenship stuff. I did pass out a flyer that is the National Archives in Chicago. You are gonna find this very useful. It covers several states, not just Chicago. But you can call, schedule an appointment, email, and they will tell them what documents you're looking for as far as immigration documents. I know that both the girls and the gentleman mentioned that if someone never became a citizen, an American citizen, you need a document that states that. They help with that document as well. They will search the archives. If their person never became a U.S. citizen, they will give a certificate saying this person never became a U.S. citizen. Also, they will do, and they're very, very knowledgeable. They know exactly what you're talking about. As soon as they answer the phone, you ask them a question and like, oh, you're looking for this. Yes, they know. The documents, the citizenship document, they will verify when that person became an American citizen, or in the case they didn't, they will give you the documentation. So as far as the appointments, he said 5 o'clock on Wednesdays. I think he works 5 o'clock on any day of the week, except Saturdays and Sundays. It's just luck. It's like playing the lottery to get an appointment. The laws are being interpreted differently. As of October, they're making lots of changes. Our office is staying on top of that. My director, who is based out of New York, told me last night that he has had many meetings this past week with different attorneys and different people in the Italian community, and that he's pretty confident that the law is going to be reversed. So if you're working on getting your citizenship, and you're at the point where, oh, I'm no longer eligible now because of the interpretation of the law being changed, keep working. If you have an appointment, don't cancel your appointment. Because if your appointment is 6 months from now, the law might change 2 months from now again.
The minor part, right?
The minor part, right. So there is a lot of different laws that have changed in the last 6 months. One way to stay on top of it all is, we were lucky enough to have Toronto here as our senator while he was alive, and he did a lot. Well, the new senator that was elected last year, I believe, her name is Francesca Lamarca. She is doing a lot of work following up with Mr. Toronto, who was trying to find a way for citizens who denounced their Italian citizenship prior to 1992 to be able to get it back. So she's doing a lot of work on that. She's also doing a lot of work on getting this minor law reversed.
Yeah.
So look up our website. You can sign up for emails, and probably 2-3 times a week she sends updates on what's going on. Francesca Lamarca.
Francesca?
A question, Eloisa. Do you have enough time on your hands for me to come in and you help me with my effort to get citizenship?
I can.
She can, did you hear her?
You need to schedule an appointment, don't just walk in. I passed out earlier a little
This one?
index cards,
Oh, I didn't get that.
okay? So if you have any specific questions, on the flyer with my information is our office email. I also put business cards outside on the table. If you have any specific questions, send me an email or write a card, and, put it on the index card, drop it off over here before you leave, whatever, with your contact information, your email address, and I will get an answer for you. the laws are changing so fast that it's hard for us to keep up with the dual citizenship laws. It's like, we can wake up tomorrow morning and somebody in the list decide, we're gonna throw this out. It's just legal bureaucracy. So it's hard for us to keep up. We don't always have all the answers. Earlier, when I asked the question about government employees, that question came up to me, was given to me a couple weeks ago, and I did not have the answer, and I'm still searching for the right answer. Okay, because the man that called me says, I never actually signed any form saying I was renouncing my citizenship. They just asked me, am I willing to renounce my citizenship in order to accept the position? And he said yes. He says, I never actually signed anything.
But he did.
But yes, he's lost his citizenship. It's like, there should be. So there is a lot of questions that come up, and the answers are always changing. So, but we can help with the translations of the document. We can help you get some documents, depending on the Italian documents. You have to know the comune that your ancestors were born in. That basically makes it a lot easier. So we can guide you as to which way to go to look for stuff, whatever. If you have any questions, you just schedule an appointment with us, and we can do a consultation. We can set up the translations, whatever. We try to help anybody. If there is anybody. If there is somebody in the family that is got to renew a green card, we can kind of help, that it's elderly and doesn't know how to fill out the application. We can kind of guide them to filling out the renewal application. We can, help with different stuff. So we do a lot.
Well, that's why
So
open.
pensions, yes.
You have a consultant right here that you can make an appointment with, and God bless. Thanks, Eloise. I didn't
welcome.
realize you'd be such a. You have to stay now for the general consultation.
Okay.
But first, we're going to hear from.
Me, I just wanted to thank everybody. I
Nancy.
have no answers for any of the dual citizenship. I just, on behalf again of CASA, we want to thank you for taking your time out today. We love what we saw. We'd like to do more. Let us know if you have any ideas. We've heard a few people talking about doing an encore presentation. We're thinking about maybe even bringing in an attorney, being part 2. And so if you guys have any interest of anything, please either reach out to Dominic, myself. I know a lot of you. Email us if there's a program you would like for us to focus on, and we'll try to put it together. This morning I had mentioned about the renos. I'm going to put out, I know it sounds tacky, a basket if anybody would like to donate, because we did raise about $500,000 for the generosity of some individuals to start the reno next door. So if you can be kind enough, if you want to just drop something in, this way we can start even more on the reno. And then last Friday, we're doing mask making. So if anybody's interested, we're talking about the history of La Maschera, with the Carnevale being not Mardi Gras. This is the Carnevale from Venice. And we're actually going to be making Filippo Aliberti, who's the president of the Campagna Club, is actually going to be doing the masks while we're here Friday night. So if you're interested, in this room right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are restricted to this room. Hopefully by June, they anticipate that room to be ready. So come June, we could host 100 of you. But right now, we're restricted to these 4 walls. So, but be patient with us. We thank you for coming out, and thanks Dominic and his team for putting on a wonderful presentation. And thank you, Luisa. Luisa was in the old building. She moved in here. This is where they belong. They belong with us, so it's important that they stay with us. So we welcome them, and we did not get divorced. We're all on the same page. So we're closer now. I don't have to
My
walk
office
as
is
far.
still in shambles, and if there's anybody that wants to help me put up some curtain rods, I'll be.
But again,
one
thank
thing
you
I
so
forgot
much.
to mention is the fact that the Patronato Acli office, we are planning to have an open house event, informational event sometime towards the end of April or May, as soon as we get all the planning done. So if you guys have your email on file with Casa Italia, we're gonna send out a blast as to when this event's gonna take place. And you'll be talking more about dual citizenship and pensions and everything else.
Okay, if you still have some attention span left, you can stay in this room to talk more about citizenship, and we'll have Eloisa here with us. If you want to talk about family history in the library, if you want to talk about genealogy,